Howdy, this is Michael Good from reapertrades.com with your daily trade recap on the day after the Ides of March. Better day than yesterday. Nothing too exciting. Lost a little bit of money on IPSI, the part I was holding overnight. Let's look at the chart of that. It gapped up rather than down, and then it dropped, which is sort of weird, but okay. I covered for just a small, like $8 loss or something, actually right around 330. Luckily, I gave it a little bit of room since right at the open there were some big offers right around 340. So I gave it room, made 10 cents that way, and saved myself from a worse loss. This spike was a nice spike. I missed it. Would have been nice to re-short off that too. But I think I'm done with IPSI. It's caused me enough pain. Sino, just a little scalp. I can't believe I missed this. Tim Sykes shorted it, and I mean, I should have been way ahead of him on this because it's a NASDAQ play. It was pumped by Jonathan Lebed the last couple days up from 360, and I mean, that's sort of my thing, is taking pumpers that pump NASDAQ stocks and then just selling into them big. So right early this morning would have been great to sell at 480, 470, anywhere around there, and then cover around 4. But I thought when I saw Lebed pumping it, I thought it was an OTC stock. It didn't even register in my mind that it might not be. But oh well. XFN, nice little intraday breakout, and it's a stupid little Scamex stock, so it sucks. I'm not a big fan of trading Amex stocks. So bought here right as it was eating into the size at the high of the day and then about to break out to the new high. Sold for a 1 cent loss. I only got a partial fill on my buy anyway. Then it hit a new high, but then it dropped off a bit. So just boring for such a nice breakout. Other stocks I held overnight, FLPC and Quebec, and I sold them both near the open. Like I mentioned in my trade recap yesterday, I would have been better off selling at least some, if not all, of my Quebec yesterday at 53 cents or 53.5 cents, when it was hitting a high of the day of 54 cents. So I always got to make sure to take profits, but still a few $100, about $400 between the two, I think. I should mention FLPC. It's just funny. Let me bring up the chart for that. My gosh, it's going to close green too. So it turned out to be Stock Preacher's pump of the day, and unfortunately I sold before most of their people got into it, because then it hit a high of the day of around 92 cents. And it held there for a while with some volume, and then it dropped, and then it did a swan dive to 50 cents. Unfortunately, by the time I saw that, the offer had already jumped back up to like 80 cents. So I couldn't get an actual, otherwise I might have considered buying there. But now it's actually going to close green on the day. But that's just one of the risks of playing these pumps, is they can become really illiquid. If some determined seller comes in, they can drop really quick, really fast. So while I do hold these things overnight for my main plays, I would never play these without a day trade, as some people have said, oh, I should play these because I don't have any day trades and I won't have to use a day trade. Well, no, you always want to have that day trade available so that you can get out if things go bad. I would never make any kind of trade ever if I couldn't get out of it. So that's it for the day. Not bad. And I go on to the next day. See you next time. Bye-bye.